So we are back with another way to do tight French braids. This one works great on thicker hair, but you can use this technique on finer hair. I'll link the other video in that I did where I used a different technique. Let's get going. So again, I'm going to be using a bit of a soft wax spray, and I've just used this just by rubbing it on my fingers and just going over the hairline, because I want this braid to be, I don't want it to pulled out, I don't want it to be big, textured, I want it to be tight and neat. But you use whatever product you find easier. I just really like this product just for making every section do as it's told. So I'm going to take a really small section of hair from the top, a little triangular section. I'm doing 2 braids today. So what you want to do is hold with your left hand, and your right hand 2 fingers are going to wiggle through, and that's your 3 strands of hair. And you're going to be braiding with your little fingers touching the head at all times. This is how you braid your own hair as well. So I'm going to take hold of this left hand like that, push my thumb through, and then close my hand all the way around that strand. So I've got it like in my fist like that. I'm then going to take 2 fingers and a thumb, and this is like my little grabber, my little reacher. And I'm going to reach across and grab the far right section like that. And then this section underneath, I'm just going to hold for myself with these 2, so the thumb and the pointer finger. And then I'm going to come to this section here that I'm holding. Again, I'm going to flat hand to the head. I'm going to take my thumb, grab hold of that section, close my hand completely around. 2 fingers and a thumb is going to reach for the far side. So it's always the far strand that you're reaching for. So 2 fingers and a thumb, reach across. Grab hold of this one, again, thumb, hand closes around. We're going to do this one more time before we add in hair. So 2 fingers, reaching for the far strand, like so. I'm going to release this little one underneath here, that just sits underneath, like that. So it looks like I've just got 1 strand, but actually it's 2 strands there. Little finger is sitting on the head. I'm then going to take hold of a really small section of hair, because I want this braid to be really tight. And I've got the hand like this, all closed around, but now I'm going to pick up that pincer, and that's going to have that piece of hair in. And that's going to give me a chance now to really smooth out this section, making sure there's no lumps. And I'm just going to place that in there and just close my hand around. You're then going to find that little section underneath, that's your middle section. Hand comes in, closes all the way around, 2 fingers and a thumb, reaching across for the far section. It's the section that goes through that little finger there. So reaching across, closing around. So again, we're taking a really small slice, that 1 pincer, so thumb and pointer is going to grab hold of that. We're going to smooth it out. We're going to come underneath to this section here. So if I just lift up my hand, you can see that section. I'm going to pick that up with that thumb again, close my hand around, 2 fingers and a thumb, reaching across and grabbing that section. So I know it looks like there's a lot going on at the minute, but it's just repeat. So 1 pincer, adding in hair, smoothing it out, reaching for that section underneath. The thumb goes in, it slides between the hand like that, closing the hand around, so my little finger's resting on the head, 2 fingers and a thumb, reaching for that far strand, and then allowing that other strand to just fall. So I keep on doing this all the way, keeping this braid nice and tight, taking small sections of hair, smoothing out, and you don't really need to pull. As long as you've got a good grip on the hair, it really shouldn't hurt. So you find that section underneath. You find yourself thinking, where's that section? If I just pop my hand up like that, can you see that section kind of like comes away from the rest of the hair? So I can get my thumb in, close my hand around, 2 fingers and a thumb, reaching across. Taking this little slice, it goes into the 1 pointer, smooth it out, coming underneath, lifting that hand if you need to, thumb goes in, takes hold of that section, think about your little finger touching the head, 2 fingers and a thumb, comes across these two and grabs the far left section. 2 fingers, grab, and don't worry about these joining because underneath they're not joined, it just looks like they are from the top. So again, section of hair, smooth it out, hand comes in, closes around, 2 fingers and a thumb, reaching across and drop. So my advice to you would be, while you're practicing, don't worry about taking such small sections. Practice it taking bigger sections at first, so it's nice and tight, and then you can go and take the smaller sections of hair. But the key is going to be, guys, don't let that little finger lift away from the head. The minute that you start taking the little finger away, your braid, it'll look tight at first, but as soon as you finish the braid, it's going to look really, really like loose and baggy. So you're keeping that contact all the time, so that braid should have no wiggle at all. So as you come down to the nape of the neck, I want you to really, really concentrate on your hands not coming up. So can you see that I'm almost like coming underneath with my hands now? I'm really trying to make sure that there's no wiggle at all. So if I was to braid like that, that looks tight, but the minute I let it go, look. So you've got to make sure that these strands are really, really close to the head. So I'm coming in with that little finger, look, right in there, 2 fingers across. Last strand is going in. And then I'm just going to flip my hands now back to the normal way of braiding. And we'll just take this braid down. I'm going to show you really quickly on the other side. Just start the braid again so you've got another chance to see. So coming round to this side, I'm just going to show you how to start this braid again. So I'm holding with my left hand, I'm wiggling 2 fingers in, creating the 3 strands. I'm coming up to this side, I'm scooping with my thumb, closing my hand, 2 fingers and a thumb to reach the far right. Then I'm taking this strand here, scooping, closing, 2 fingers and a thumb to the far left. I'm going to do one more stitch before I add in hair. So scoop, close, reach across, add in a small section into that one pincer, smooth it out, don't be afraid to smooth it out, finding your underneath section, grabbing it, closing your hand, 2 fingers and a thumb for the far left section and drop, add a section into that one pincer, smooth it out, finding your section underneath, scoop, clamp, 2 fingers, grab hold, drop. So there we have it, guys, another way to do the French braid, nice and tight. Let me know in the comments if you like this one. I have got other ways how you can braid. Let me know if you want to see that too. And I'll see you again soon for another video.